So over the last 24 hours, or maybe a little bit longer as I'm making this video now, a lot of stuff has gone down from the new skin we got, right? That caused a lot of people talking, and I mean good and bad, and pretty much it's just a meme, I guess you could say, at this point. And then on top of that, there was a mistimed post for the new DLC, basically saying it was coming a lot sooner than we actually expected it. Then a new screenshot, or I guess you could say artwork, was released with it unintentionally, and well, there's just a whole bunch of confusion going around. And then on top of that, emails start getting sent out for the new DLC. But basically, it comes down to the final 3 days, and that's what we're going to be covering. Everything that I just said in the last pretty much 43 seconds, I guess you could say. So as always, drop a like on this video and subscribe for more awesome content if you haven't already. But I want you to be honest with me in the comments below, alright? 3 days left to this DLC stream. The question to you guys is right now, and do let me know in the comments below, be completely honest, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hyped are you for it? Like, how excited are you for this stream? And I guess how hopeful are you for the DLC in general? On a scale of 1 to 10, let me know how you feel about it. For me, I'm actually going to give it a 7, probably being, I guess, a considerate kind of number for me, because, well, I just still don't really 100% feel sold in the sense of, you know, feeling something completely brand new, but I don't want to be that guy. But also, another thing that's interesting is I kind of have like I'm hanging on to this thing, right, where even if this DLC is bad, which I don't think it will be, by the way, I spoke to loads of you guys, as some of you guys are aware, I've been doing one-to-one calls with a ton of you, and we've been speaking about this, right? One thing that we've all pretty much said, give or take, is that basically the DLC content is good. Like, everything is actually good. It's interesting, it does pay off, and it's free, so in some sort of perspective you can't really complain. But what's also interesting is after this DLC, even like I said, if it was bad, worst case scenario, you still have the DLC for Black Panther. That's something we know that is 100% happening right after this, and that's basically something that it kind of works in their favor, in the sense of if it does go south, you know, it's another shot, right, to pull people back in. But also, let's just dive into everything that I said at the beginning of the video. So an incorrect, I guess, tweet and also post on Facebook went out saying that the stream was going to be basically this weekend, which of course it wasn't, so it was completely mistimed. So we're still on for the 16th of February. Now, what we know is that it's going to be, I guess, a pre-recorded video, which is great anyway. Nobody really was too bothered about the live streams. And also, we know we're going to be showing the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, possibly, gameplay. I'm going to assume more than likely a PlayStation 5 gameplay, which is going to be interesting, because that's something that I've been very excited to see. The actual official next-gen port for this game. How does it pan out? Like, how does it play out in general, should I really say? Does it graphically look any different? And also, are there more, I guess, limitations that were stuck with them with the current gen? Well, not even the current gen, we're talking the old gen, right? And I say PS4, right, for example, that they now have unlocked, I guess you could say. So that's something I'm genuinely excited to see. The email that got sent out was this, that you see on screen: 3 days, 43 minutes and 43 seconds. At that moment in time, it says, after the A-Day disaster, Clint Barton and his mentee, who is of course Kate Bishop, were left on their own, deciding to search for the missing Nick Fury, and in doing so stumbled upon AIM's secret Tachyon project, resulting in Clint's capture. Though Kate brought him back to the Avengers, peril doesn't leave him. He falls into a coma, witnessing a future vision, right, that leaves him confused completely and defeated when he finally wakes. Armed with his bow, sword, and knowledge of the grim events to come, it's up to Hawkeye to stop the end of the world. Now, this is another thing that I feel has caused a lot of confusion. People ask me, I have no idea, like literally zero. I have no inside intel information, okay? I'm just as confused as everyone else as to when this DLC is going to come out. But people feel like the DLC is going to be coming out on the 16th. So just to basically rekindle the ideas and theories that are going around, okay? Nobody knows. Nobody has the answer to this unless you're simply working on this project. What I do think though, and this is a personal myth or theory that I'm still going ahead with, is that after this deep dive on the 16th, that we're actually going to be in a position where not only, I mean, either way, worst case scenario, we're going to get an official release date for Hawkeye's DLC, which I'd like to think will still be in February, or they can just go ahead and drop something really good, which says Hawkeye is basically available now, and then, of course, they go ahead and pan out like this mass update, right? If that does happen, there's one of two things, alright? First of all, for a marketing aspect, I think that'll be kind of smart, because, I mean, depending how many people are going to watch this within the first hour, even if it was like 20,000 people or 10,000 people, right, that watched that deep dive video within the first hour and then see that it's available now, straight away that's shifting all that traffic to the game. So in turn, in some sort of perspective, that's actually a smart thing to do. And then, like I said, option 2, which is not so good of a marketing move, would be basically to say the actual date it's coming out. But we gotta wait and see how that basically goes down, but that's kind of like my speculation and theory on that. Now, the internet, of course, has blown up with that skin that was released with Iron Man the other day. Of course, at the beginning of my video, I made a joke basically saying it was just, you know, the existing Iron Man outfit that we had, and then it was basically just adding a cape to it, essentially, with a flower pattern. And then I also said that, you know, it has grown on me, and well, you know, I got called some funny names, and there's just been some funny memes all around going for that suit, but it's still something that's grown on me. So as far as like the controversy that goes with that, a lot of people are asking me to just basically cover my honest opinions and how I feel about the situation still in the marketplace. To really just cover this, it literally is, quote unquote, it is what it is, and there's absolutely nothing that anybody else, or any one of us, should I say, can change, right? So it is what it is. I ain't so bothered. All I am bothered about is this DLC, when it's going to be done, and either way, it's a way to be excited for Black Panther's DLC. However, one thing I gotta say is, if we don't get good suits for Hawkeye, because there's a ton of them that could be really good, then my fears are definitely pretty high when it comes down to Black Panther's DLC. And like I said, we're happy speaking to a lot of you guys over the last week, right? We've all come to this conclusion where it's like, even if this DLC is bad, and then Black Panther's DLC is bad, which by the way is extremely slim, both ends, like the Hawkeye DLC won't be bad, and the Black Panther DLC won't be bad in my opinion, just because of their existing track record. But what we were saying is, if they screw up with Black Panther, both with a story and the DLC content itself alongside the skins, then it's basically done for the game. But I mean, this is where we stand, right? This is what's been going on. This was the confusion, and now we wait for 3 days. So leave your thoughts on this in the comments below, and that's going to wrap up this video here. So I'll see you in the next one. Till then, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and until the next one, adios amigos.